Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. As you already know, I'm always delighted to be joined by my good friend Gary Cully. Gary, before we start this interview, how was Dubai, brother, man? It was good to see you out there, and that was your first time, so how did you find it?
Yeah, man, Dubai was class. What a place. Unreal to see it. Obviously, the boxing over there was class. We had everybody over there. It was just like a little hangout spot for the boxing community, wasn't it? It was unreal. So enjoyed my time there. Switched off for a week. Did a little bit of training here and there, but not much. And enjoyed the boxing out there. Had some positive meetings out there as well. So yeah, all is good. I'm excited to get back to work and start climbing these rankings even more.
Apologies for that, Gary. Obviously, that was my son there using my AirPods connected to the laptop there. What I was saying is, obviously, if anyone follows on social media, Instagram and all that, they'll see that, and it's nearly every day that you're posting something. You're always in. So there's not a day that I don't think there's a day you take off, is there?
The odd day, I listen to my body. Like, you know, whenever I feel like I need a break, I take a rest. But like, I feel good training, and it's what I enjoy. So I like to keep myself in shape anyway. So I enjoy running, I enjoy lifting weights, I enjoy all that side of it as well, aside from the boxing, obviously. But I train most days, and then whatever day, if I'm even in kind of structure, kind of camp, I kind of train every day. And then if my body tells me I need a rest, I'll take a rest. I know my body well enough at this stage. I've been training the last 20 years, so I listen to my body when it tells me I need a rest. And I might take a day and do some yoga and get a massage or something like that instead. But I always use my time well, and try to be productive at my time. Like I said, if I take a day off to rest, I'm not just lying around the house watching TV. I'll go do a bit of yoga, I'll get a massage, jump in the ice bath, something like that. But I'm always working, whether it be training, working my body hard, or seeing my sports psychologist, mindset, whatever it may be. I'm always working.
Definitely, mate. Listen, talking about Instagram, right? I was watching the boxing last night, and as I was watching the boxing, I always flick through Instagram, see what's what. Your stories come up now. They're kind of cryptic during the Maxi Hughes and Ryan Walsh fight. I don't know if you were directly talking about that fight and whatnot, but I kind of thought you did on these stories. One, you were sort of like watching the fight. The fight was on you were watching the fight on the TV. Then you went, wait till I finish my donut, and you took a big bite of a big fat donut. Then you another one saying, my missus doesn't watch boxing, but something along the lines that she thinks that you would beat these two. So just explain your thought process behind these stories last night.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nah. To see the one with me missus, I'm not actually sure if Maxi and Ryan were fighting at that time. But we were watching the boxing, and she turned. There wasn't even a minute gone in the first round. She turned around and she said, "Oh, you'd kill both of them." But the donut one, I was watching the fight. To be honest, and I was enjoying my donut. And I don't know. Take it for what you will.
I took it like you want to.
I'm just having some fun. I'm just having some fun with it as well. You know. Obviously, me and Maxi were due to fight before, and I'm just having a little bit of fun with it.
Well, I took it like you want to fight the winner, and the winner was Maxi, so that's what I took from it. Am I right?
Yeah, like Maxi's. I have massive respect for him. We were due to fight back in 2020 before lockdown hit, and COVID and whatever else. I think he pulled out just before COVID actually cancelled the show. But whatever it was, we didn't fight anyway. And he went on his run. Then he beat Jono, and then beat Katochikov, beat Paul Hyland, beat Straffon, and now he's after beating Ryan Walsh. He's on the run of his life. So fair play to him, because I think if we had a fought before COVID and I'd have beaten him, then maybe he would have finished up then, you know. So he took a big chance against Jono. He got his win. He's gone on the run of his life, and fair play to him. But obviously I believe I could beat him, you know. But I believe I can beat all the lightweights out there, and I have the capabilities to beat anyone at 135. Obviously, I think I could beat Maxi, but fair play to him. He's on the run of his life. I have massive respect for him as well, you know.
He's obviously, like I said, when you look at this lightweight division right now, Cambosos has got all of the belts, let's say. Well, Devin Haney's got the WBC belt. They look like they're fighting. So them world titles are held up. It looks like, from what I'm hearing and what the word on the street and on Twitter and all these places, they had nothing cemented, but it looks like it's going to be in June in Australia for them two to get it on.
Yeah.
So that leaves Maxi Hughes without a fight in the summer. It leaves you without a fight in the summer. Seems like you're both under the same management. Both lightweights coming off tremendous wins. You're coming off the Miguel Vasquez win, which you stopped him, which not many people have done. And then obviously Maxi, you just mentioned the run he's gone on. So looking at it right now, is that a fight that can be made next? And is that a fight that you're talking with your team to try and make?
I'm not too sure if it can be made. You know, like I said, Maxi's won of his life, and he now holds the IBO world title. So he's probably looking at one of the big names, and like he probably wants none of me right now. After stopping Miguel Vasquez and stopping my previous two before that, and being a little bit behind him in the rankings, he probably doesn't need me, if that makes sense, and he probably doesn't want that and got to do me. Obviously, I would have that fight. But look, maybe down the line, I think if it had happened, like I said, when it was supposed to happen, it's 10 times bigger now. It's a 10 times bigger fight now than it was when it was supposed to happen back.
Yeah. A little bit of internet difficulties there, Gary. Told you to go outside and get some sunshine. Yeah, you said something about the fight will be 10 times bigger now between you and Maxi.
Yeah, obviously when we were due to fight back in 2020, like I said, Maxi's went on the run of his life since then. I think since then I've beaten Gitochikov, beaten Simeon, and beaten Vasquez. So the fight now is 10 times bigger than it would have been when we were due to fight back in 2020. So possibly everything happens for a reason, and we were due to go on them runs and fight down the line and fight in a bigger fight on a bigger stage. We'll see what happens. I've got options now. I'm sure Maxi has options now after that big win last night. I've got options, and I'm looking to climb the rankings. So yeah, we're both with the same team. And possibly down the line, it's one that can be made, and it was, like I said, it was supposed to happen. So maybe it will be made down the line. Obviously, I'm looking to win world titles in the next 12 to 18 months. I'm sure Maxi has a goal of one of the big names and challenging for a world title as well. So we'll both, I'm sure, get ourselves in that position, and yeah, possibly it might happen but before the end of the year or early 2023. I'm not too sure, but like I said before to you, Andy, anybody that's going to progress my career and get me a shot at a world title or moving me towards getting a shot at a world title, that's who I want to fight. So Maxi possibly can be one of them people down the line. So of course I'd be interested in that.
I know you watched the fight last night against Ryan Walsh. What do you make of Maxi's performance in that fight?
I think he's really good. He's really clever. He's improving all the time as well, which is obviously good for him. Every fight I see him in, he seems to be getting better and better. He's obviously went full time and he's enjoying his boxing a lot more. And I'm sure he's probably very confident because he's fighting as the home fighter now, whereas he did go on the road a lot and fought out the away corner. So, like I said to you, he's on the run of his life, and I'm sure he feels like he's in the form of his life. And it's shown in the performances. He looked really good there against Ryan Walsh. To be honest with you, I do think Ryan Walsh is I don't think he should be up at lightweight. I think he's a bit small. But Maxi can only fight who's in front of him, and he put in a really good performance last night. And yeah, I was impressed by it. I wanted to fight with Maxi, and the fight was talked about with Maxi because it's a challenge for me. And it's something, it's a test for me and something that I have to overcome. So it's not like I think he's I'm saying this or that about him where he's no good and it's a walk in the park. I know it would be a tough fight. He's a really good fighter. So that's what I want to test myself against, is these good fighters.
Definitely. Like I said to you, I mean, you've been calling up, like on your, I think it was the third fight or fourth professional fight that I met you for the first time, and you were calling out these names back then. So that was obviously, you've got heavy confidence.
I've been calling them since I'm probably 11 or 12,
calling out Mayweather in the Irish Championship.
Yeah.
But that's just you're a confident fighter, obviously, and you can see it in your performances. So obviously the Miguel Vasquez, when obviously you don't want to step down the opponent ladder, you want to climb in the ladder, more dangerous opponent. So you mentioned then your team and that have good discussion. So what is next for you, Gary, going into the future?
This year, I just want to be as active as possible, Andy. I want to fight 3 more times this year, so 4 times this year. I want to keep moving up the rankings. I want to be in top 5 of all governing bodies by the time Christmas comes around. And when Haney and Kambosos do fight, and Haney possibly, I think, probably wins, moves up to 140 and scatters the belt, I'm in a good position then. And I'm going to challenge for one of the belts and take my first belt and then look at unifying the division. That's my goal. So the goal for the rest of the year is to stay active, stay busy. Like you said, I want to keep stepping up in opponents, but whoever's available, I'm going to be fighting again possibly in June, so that's only an 8-week turnaround. Look at getting somebody along the levels of Miguel Vasquez. I've still only went 8 rounds once, so I'm probably lacking a bit of experience going forward into the rounds. But if I can knock everybody out for the rest of my career, that's what I will do. Obviously, I'm not going to carry people, and probably the time is going to come where I'm going to have to go 10 and 12 rounds, so probably lacking a little bit of experience in that department, but skill wise I feel like I'm ready to challenge these guys.
Definitely. Well, Gary, it looks like I know you've just had a lovely meal. I've seen it again on Instagram. I've seen you went for a nice Italian meal. You're back home now. You probably want to chill in that lovely well. It looks like it's beautiful blue skies over there in Nice. So
I'm actually in Kilcock now. I don't live in Nice. I'm in Kilcock, but it's actually absolutely lovely over here, right there.
Look at that.
There we go. That's Ireland, Andy. Would you believe that?
Yeah, well, Scotland's the same. Scotland's been blue skies, man. Would you believe that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had snow 3 weeks ago. So
we're supposed to have snow next week or something, somebody said to me, yeah, and I wouldn't even be surprised, that's yeah.
Nah.
Well, long may this continue.
What's that?
Or else I'm going back to Dubai.
That's what I was going to say. Get on that business class and get yourself back to Dubai, mate.
Yeah, man.
Listen, hopefully you get a fight out there. Who knows?
Yeah, that's the plan. I will fight out there eventually, I think. I'd like to hit America by the end of the year too, so I think I can be a big star over there. They're lacking that big Irish star at the moment. So Diva, Pink, I can talk, I can fight. I think I'll blow when I hit America. So I'm just waiting for my American baby.
The Americans love a gimmick, and you've got that Pink, and you've got the Diva tag name, but you don't want Diva because you've got the tattoos. It's quite a mismatch, but mixing and all that. So the Americans love all them gimmicks and all that, don't they? So
yeah, and I can fight, and I can talk.
Well, that's it. So, you can fight as well. I forgot about that.
So no, I think when I hit America, I'll blow. I'm just waiting for my American debut. That will come this year, and the rest of this year and next year is going to be huge. Next year is the year that I take over lightweight.
Definitely. Listen, Gary, go enjoy the rest of your evening, mate. Thank you so much for doing this for FO TV, and no doubt, if Coogan's in the vicinity again, and you go to him instead of me, then oof.
I just need to publicly apologize to Umar as well, because we were halfway through an interview and Coogan had a plan, so I had to go with Cougs on the last interview after post fight. But I'm sure I'll catch up with Umar soon, and I hope there's no hard feelings.
I see Coogan pulling rank. Anyway, it's all love. Gary, stick in, brother, man. I'll speak to you soon, and thanks again, man.
Andy, appreciate your time as always, Pat.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. See you soon.
See you soon, man.
Gary.